Have you ever felt dismissed or even hurt when you bring up an important moment in your relationship, like an anniversary, and your partner just doesn't seem to care? Maybe you've been there, trying to plan something special only to be met with a response like, "Who cares about an anniversary?" It can sting, right? But what if I told you that his reaction might not be what you think it is? And it might even have something to do with your own energy in the relationship. Hi, beautiful souls. Mireille Nicole here, relationship coach for high-achieving, high-value women who want to build their best life. I'm all about guiding you towards your happily ever after and helping you tackle the tough stuff in love with grace and wisdom. I record these videos because I want to help you realize you have so much more power in your marriage, in your relationship, or in your dating life than you currently think. Today, I want to talk to you about an amazing woman in my world. So she's celebrating her upcoming 2-year anniversary with her wonderful husband. And I can totally relate to this because I'm celebrating my 3rd wedding and 10 years together anniversary with my husband. So when this woman initiated the conversation about planning something for their special celebration or milestone, he simply replied, "Who cares about an anniversary?" Ouch. That kind of response could make anyone feel unappreciated, especially when anniversaries mean so much to her, and especially since they hadn't even celebrated their 1-year anniversary. Now, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this feeling of wanting to celebrate milestones in your relationship, whether it's anniversaries, date nights, those little moments that mark your journey together, and feeling like your partner just doesn't get it. The thing is, it's not always about him not caring. Men are often wired differently, and sometimes their behavior is a reflection of how they see the relationship through their own lens of achievement rather than a lack of love. When I was talking with this woman, I started to sense a pattern that I see in many couples. She was likely in what we call her masculine energy when she approached him with the anniversary. Now, masculine energy is all about doing, managing, controlling, and pushing for certain outcomes. It's powerful, but it can sometimes create unintended pressure, especially in relationships. It also disturbs the balance of feminine and masculine energy, which is super important to keep the magnetism and polarity strong. If she approached her husband saying something like, "What are we doing for our anniversary?" Even though her intention was to connect and celebrate, she might have unknowingly activated his defenses. Why? Because it could be felt like pressure or an obligation rather than something fun and light. In his mind, it might have felt like another task to check off the list. Yes, anniversaries are important, but so is paying the bills. So how you position the celebration is crucial, and especially how you feel about it. What if instead of leaning into that masculine, she tapped into her feminine power? Instead of initiating with a direct plan or asking him for the details, what if she leaned back a little bit, became playful, and engaged his desire for fun and accomplishment? Feminine energy is about attraction, receiving, and allowing space for him to step up on his own terms. This is like the hardest thing to do sometimes. And what I often coach my clients to do is to leverage that masculine value of achievement. So men thrive on making us happy, even though it doesn't always seem that way. But to inspire that action, you have to frame it in a way that connects with his sense of achievement and fun. For example, instead of saying, "What are we doing for our anniversary?" try something like, "I would love to have a fun adventure together to celebrate our anniversary," or "It would feel so amazing and nostalgic to celebrate our anniversary at the restaurant we had our first date at." I would even suggest adding something like, "What do you think?" at the end. See how that subtle shift creates a space where he gets to feel excited to step in and plan? Of course, there's sometimes a deeper issue at play. If your partner is continuously brushing off important relationship milestones, there could be an imbalance in the relationship dynamic that needs to be addressed first. Men do want to make us happy, but if he's feeling disconnected or if there's tension, that could manifest as indifference towards celebrations. It could be emotional disconnection, a feeling of not being appreciated, or even a misunderstanding about what matters to each of you, right? So what are your values? So can you think of instances maybe in the past where your partner, your husband has gone to plan something and maybe it wasn't something you really felt like doing? That might have come off as rejection to him. Or maybe you can think of an instance where you did go along with something you planned, and then once you got there, things were going great, but then maybe you brought up up like something you've really wanted to talk about for a while, just to get something off your chest and use that beautiful opportunity together to address it. But it kind of, turned around the mood, not for the better. That could be another example of a moment where it felt like he tried to do something great, and then it turns into what seems like a failure because then the mood shifts, right? So it might sound really small and insignificant, but a lot of times it's these micro moments in your relationship that build up and create that tension or that indifference. That's why it's so important to not just focus on the milestone itself, but to take a step back and look at the overall relationship dynamic. Is there an underlying issue that needs to be resolved before focusing on the anniversary plans? Remember, this isn't about blaming ourselves or our partners, but about understanding the energy we bring into our relationship and how we can create space for more love, fun, and connection. If this resonates with you and you're ready to shift your energy and bring more connection and celebration into your relationship, I want to personally invite you to join my free Relationship Reset Challenge. The next round starts this September 2024, but you can join at any time. In the challenge, you're going to learn ways in which you can activate your feminine power to inspire more romance, more love, and yes, more anniversary celebrations. The link is below, and I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your relationship deserves to be celebrated, and it starts with the energy you bring to it.